Chapter 14, 71, Split Soul, Translator, Atlas Studios, Editor, Atlas Studios, Lang Ya, Blessed Land, inside a secret room in a cloud city. Fang Yuan's soul came out of his body. His soul was already much stronger than before. He was at 70 million man soul level. Fang Yuan sacrificed his guts gu profits and used Ying Wuxi and the rest farm souls. He used the two secluded domains of heaven and earth, specialized in cultivating soul path. He naturally improved at a shocking speed like a rocket. I am 30 million man soul away from 100 million man soul. Fang Yuan evaluated his soul. It was clear and lifelike. His face was exquisite. His body size was normal. There was a light from deep within the soul that made people feel it was solid and pure. Rank 9 Killer Move. Ghostly concealment was like a silk inner garment sticking to his soul. Above it was a layer of ghost official garment. The modified immortal killer. Move ghost official garment used rank 7 change soul immortal goo and rank 6 cleanse soul immortal goo as the cores. In the past, it was just a loose shirt. The sleeves were long and extended to his feet. The shirt was very thin. But as his soul foundation continued to increase, this ghost official garment became thicker. Looking at it now, this ghost official garment had changed forms. Not only did his loose shirt turn into a martial uniform, there was even a battle armor covering his shirt. It was a grand scene. This was the true appearance of the rank 7 ghost official garment, ghost general garment. Earlier, because of the layer of ghostly concealment, ghost official garment and his soul had a weakened connection. It became the rank 6 level ghost soldier garment. But now that his soul foundation rose by many times, it regained its rank 7 power. But I am still a bit of distance away from the true ghost general garment. Fang Yuan looked at his back. The complete form of ghost general garment not only had the martial uniform, but also 3 war flags on his back. These flags were not evident now. But Fang Yuan's cultivation session today was not just to inspect his soul path gains. Even though his soul left his body's mind still had wills in it. They started to use an immortal killer move, Split Soul. This move came from Spectral Soul's true inheritance. After Fang Yuan modified it, he could use it. An intense pain assaulted Fang Yuan's soul. His soul suffered a huge injury. Fang Yuan gritted his teeth, and his soul entered his body again. This was the first time he was activating the killer move Split Soul. Split Soul was different from usual killer moves. It needed the Gu Immortal Soul to leave the body and leave behind thoughts, wills, or emotions to manipulate Gu worms. It was harder to use than normal immortal killer moves. After the activation failed, Fang Yuan wordlessly used Guts Gu to heal himself. If Split Soul succeeded, he would not feel any pain in splitting his soul. It would be as easy as drinking water. But if he failed, the consequences would be severe. His soul would directly collapse under normal situations. Thus, Gu Immortals with weak soul foundations could not blindly use this move. It would be suicide. Fang Yuan only started to try this after reaching 10 million man soul. Right now, his sword path killer moves were already modified. He had become familiar with them. He started to modify the soul path killer moves and practice them. Other than Split Soul, there was also Soul Suppression, Soul Howl, Soul Explosion, Devour Soul, Soul Replacement, Soul Beast Summoning, and others. Fang Yuan did not have many soul path immortal Gu. He could use these moves again, but the effects would be greatly lowered. What decided Fang Yuan's upper limit of battle strength was Reverse Flow Protection Seal, be it Soul Path Methods, Sword Path, or Wisdom Path. They were only meant to increase Fang Yuan's variety of moves. Modifying and practicing Soul Path killer moves used up a lot of Fang Yuan's time and energy. And for his immortal aperture development, Fang Yuan decided his focus. He thought about it and chose the dragonfish. Firstly, the dragonfish business had its foundation, and during this period, Fang Yuan accumulated a lot of dragonfish in his immortal aperture. He had a lot of stock. Secondly, Fang Yuan had involved himself in the dragonfish business and had experience before. It was not like the Year Gu business, where he was a neophyte. Finally, dragonfish had transformation path and food path downmarks. According to rumors, dragonfish were life forms created by a food path goo immortal. Fang Yuan had the most authentic food path inheritance now. There were many ways within it, breed dragonfish on a massive scale. Dragon scale sea area. Fang Yuan first expanded the sea area again. He also modified the immortal goo formation in the sea area. A brand new immortal goo formation using rank 6 snack. Immortal goo, rank 7 dragon scale, rank 7 dragon breath, and rank 6 dragon strength as the cores, as well as 130,000 mortal goo as supplementary goo. Just by modifying this giant immortal formation, Fang Yuan spent 3 days. These 3 days, Fang Yuan did not sleep or rest. He was bathed in the light of wisdom. Constructing the immortal formation took him 12 days. Half a month later, Fang Yuan successfully raised this dragonfish resource point from a large-size resource point to a giant resource point. This way, the dragonfish would breed even faster, and with the sovereign immortal aperture's rapid time flow, they would reproduce rapidly. Fang Yuan started to find new sellers for the dragonfish business. Lang Yasek was easily convinced. The Snowman tribe also agreed to purchase dragonfish from Fang Yuan at regular intervals. Western Desert Xiao clan also became a large customer of Fang Yuan's dragonfish business, due to their relationship with the regretful spiders. As for Northern Plains Chu tribe, Chudu secretly negotiated with Fang Yuan to create a 10-plus year business agreement. The start was good, but next was the main activity. Fang Yuan placed these dragonfish into Treasure Yellow Heaven. He naturally placed different wills in and changed his identity. People could not find out who he was. This time, Fang Yuan used a different strategy from the year goo business. Fang Yuan had a decisive advantage in the year goo business. He could charge in with brute force and destroy all of his obstacles. But in terms of dragonfish, Fang Yuan's cost of raising them was not any cheaper, even though he had good methods. Thus, this time, he slowly increased the scale of his dragonfish sale. He was purposely doing this. There was little commotion, and Treasure Yellow Heaven was the same as usual. Fang Yuan cultivated as he quietly observed the market trend. Eastern Sea, World, Goo Immortal. Yuchan was holding onto a dragonfish and observing it. Under the lantern, her beautiful face was solemn as she frowned. She carefully inspected the dragonfish for several times before placing it in her immortal aperture, sighing softly to herself. Who knows where this person came from? They are really strong. Not only are their dragonfish really outstanding, there is also an unceasing stock coming from them. Yu Chan was the #1 seller for the dragonfish business in Treasure Yellow Heaven. The year goo business had 3 big sellers, but the dragonfish business was led by Yu Chan alone. She was far above the other goo immortals. She had been the #1 for decades. On one hand, she was a water path goo immortal. She had a natural advantage in raising dragonfish. On the other hand, she occupied the famous dragonfish sea area. This was a natural breeding ground. The scale was massive. Yu Chan not only produced dragonfish in her immortal aperture, she even occupied an area in Eastern Sea. With both production grounds, her dragonfish stock was unsurmountable. Other than these external factors, Yu Chan was a cautious person with many acquaintances. She could acutely observe people and had very perceptive senses. Yu Chan naturally had her special traits to be able to dominate the dragonfish business. This time, Fang Yuan secretly increased the stock of his dragonfish and was immediately sensed by Yu Chan. Yu Chan bought a batch of dragonfish from Fang Yuan, and after observing them, she realized that Fang Yuan was a huge foe. Yu Chan placed a lot of attention on it and immediately tried to probe Fang Yuan's background. Know yourself and your enemy, and you will never be defeated. But even though she tried to disguise as a buyer and wanted to probe information from him, Fang Yuan's will left behind no flaws. Even when Yu Chan expressed her will to communicate with Fang Yuan did not show up. After several days, Yu Chan felt increasing pressure. She found that Fang Yuan's stock was gradually increasing. And in Treasure Yellow Heaven's market, there were already many goo immortals observing this change. Even though Fang Yuan did not create a commotion, Yu Chan was starting to feel greater pressure. I cannot continue like this. Yu-chan could not wait anymore. She left the dragonfish sea area. She did not fly. She was swimming. After several hundred li, she found an undercurrent. Yu-chan went into the undercurrent and used this natural phenomenon to accelerate her journey. This was Eastern Sea's special trait. The other four regions did not have it.